Welcome to the second half of Global Visions. I'm Kendall Hogan. Today I have with me 4 students attending the College of San Mateo, each with different cultural backgrounds. We invited these students to the show today to discuss some of their culture's unique celebrations at different stages of life. Joining us is Yang, Kasha, Omar, and Alejandro. Thank you for joining us today. Yang, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit more about Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year is the annual celebration of the ending of the year on Chinese calendar. Chinese New Year lasts 15 days, and each day represents different celebration. Over the 15 days, we celebrate by eating meals, give lucky money, and getting together with family members. One of the most famous traditionals is to say Happy New Year after 12 a.m. At New Year's Eve.
Interesting. There are 12 animals that are associated with each month for the Chinese New Year. What are they?
The rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, the snake, the horse, the goat, the monkey, the rooster, the dog, the pig.
And every year is also associated with the month. So what is the year that we're in 2012?
2012 is the year of dragon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And in San Francisco, they have a huge Chinese New Year celebration. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So the street get decorated by lanterns and other bright decorations. And there's a large procession filled with many people dancing, giving out candy, lighting fireworks, and playing music. And there's also a line of dragon dance where people play drums and cymbals and dress up as a lion or dragon and dance around to ward off ill spirits.
Interesting. It sounds like quite the party.
Yes.
And you mentioned earlier something about giving gifts. Is it much like Christmas in which you exchange gifts with family members?
Actually, a little. Gifts usually given between family members and friends, but we don't give cakes and fruit. We give lucky money and candy to the children who are under 18 years old.
Must be lucky to be under 18 then.
Yeah.
And when you guys get together for this celebration, do you typically have big family meals?
Actually, yes. We get all our relatives together and have a big feast. Furthermore, the most famous traditional food for Chinese New Year is dumplings.
Interesting. Well, thank you so much, Yang, for telling us a little bit more
you.
about Chinese New Year. Next, we have Kasha. Kasha, hello. Welcome. How are you?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. And Kasha, you are here to tell us a little bit more about Polish weddings. Could you tell me how the wedding is actually celebrated?
Yes. So the main wedding takes place in the church with all family members, and it's a very much like a church Catholic ceremony.
Okay. And much like weddings in America, is there a big party after the ceremony?
Oh yes, the after parties are very big, loud, and there's lots of food, lots of people, and most of the guests that were in the church attending the official ceremony, they're invited to the party in the restaurant as well.
So there's a lot of people that attend this party?
Yes,
pretty big.
Correct. It's very big.
Sounds like fun. Well, thank you, Kasha, for informing us more about Polish weddings. And next we have Omar. Omar, thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. And you're here to tell us about Ramadan. Why don't you fill us in a little bit about that?
Yes, Ramadan, for Muslims, it's considered as one of the most important months in Islamic religion because not only you're fasting, but you're also, refraining for food and water. But you're also cleansing your body in the process. For example, you have to be aware of how you talk, what you do, and what you listen to, and as far as how you behave towards other people. And it's also a time where people give money to the poor and needy, and also invite one another to in breaking their fast.
Wow, it seems like a full mental and physical cleanse.
Yes.
That must be a really nice time of the year. And how long do you fast for?
30 days.
30 days, wow. And what do you eat when you're not fasting?
When we're not fasting, we eat a small portion and drink a little bit of water.
And after Ramadan, you also celebrate another holiday. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, it's called Eid al-Fitr. But before I go into that, there's something I'd like to say. That we a little small chant before we celebrate. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, wa illahil hamd. So in Eid al-Fitr, people from all over the community gather in one place and they perform a special prayer. As well, share gifts and food. And what makes this holiday so special is that eliminates the separation between the poor and the fortunate. So everyone can enjoy this great day and be thankful with what they have.
I'm guessing you guys traditionally eat a lot of food during this holiday. And what's your favorite food to eat during this holiday?
My favorite food and this holiday is mostly sweets, because since we only eat sweets during that time. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Omar, for telling us a little bit more about Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr. Next, we have Alejandro. Alejandro, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. Thank you.
Good. And you are here to tell us a little bit more about the Day of the Dead. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, Day of the Dead, it's a celebration of the dead, and it's celebrated all over Mexico, but then it's spread out to Latin America, Europe, and Asia, if you can believe that. But Day of the Dead also, when that happens, we go to the altar, we give them offerings like food and also drinks, and we celebrate their memories and the time that they were with us, and it's a very communal thing.
And when is Day of the Dead celebrated?
Day of the Dead is celebrated on November 1st and the 2nd. The first is to honor the children and infants, and which is called Dia de los Angelitos, which is Day of the Little Angels.
Okay.
And November 2nd is Day of the Dead, which is Dia de los Muertos. It's mostly for the adults.
And the iconic symbol of Day of the Dead is the skull. Could you tell me a little bit more about that and what it represents?
It represents those that have died, and it traces back to the indigenous pagan rituals. And basically, the skull represents rebirth and death. That's what it really means.
And Day of the Dead kind of resembles something like Halloween that we celebrate here in America. Could you tell us the similarities between the two?
In a sense, it kind of does, and that's usually because people paint their faces and they go out at night, but it's not really to celebrate. It's really, Day of the Dead is really to celebrate the memories of those that passed away.
Well, thank you so much for being here and letting us know
Thank you.
all of your celebrations, and thank you to Yang too, Kasha and Omar as well, for discussing some of your traditions with us. And the Bay Area is a melting pot of cultures and traditions. Understanding and learning about these traditions is important in finding out what makes us similar or uniquely different as members of a global population. No matter what cultural background you come from, holidays revolve around the food we love and spend with those that we care about. That is all the time we have, so thank you for joining me today. On behalf of Luis Vasquez and the whole Global Visions crew, I'm Kendall Hogan, and we'll see you next time.